What's going on, fellow ghosts, gamerheads, anime nerds, and renegades? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Raven37 Actual, aka Raven37 Active Fool. That's 2 zeros, not O's, aka Mr. O Minds in the chat, aka Raven. And tonight, another doubleheader, as expected, and the viewer recommend-a-thon continues with the two titles as promised. Shout out to Kathleen Baggs and Lorraine Dennison for recommending these two songs, along with Genesis, which we reacted to yesterday, along with Hobo Johnson, Move Her Away. Shout out to all you guys. See, it's got 44 views. The impressions are a little bit lower, and the views are a little bit lower than normal, but that's to be expected when I do a mixed song with Ren and Hobo Johnson, and I know it's not a lot of people that are exclusively here. Well, I know that there are a lot of people that are exclusively here for the rent stuff, but just to see that 44 people, watch the video through and 7 minutes 12 seconds is a pretty good average time. So shout out to all you guys. Thank you for watching the last video. Tonight we at 7:36, so 14 away. So yeah, we're going to keep pushing, keep trucking along. And just so everybody is aware, yes, I do know that the next, I say about 5-6 weeks, are going to be Zach and Ren dropping songs each week. And I'm also aware that the Big Push is also releasing performances from their recent summer get-together. So it's going to be a exciting couple of months, I feel like, for us Renegades. So definitely look for new content from Ren, Zach, Romaine, Glenn, Goran, and just anybody else I can think to throw in the mix over the next couple of months. The outfit keeps growing, and it's all because of you guys' support. You guys are really showing me that you appreciate the channel for what it is, so I encourage you back to, share. Let's grow this community as big as it could be, and, try to just bring a little bit of positivity to this small little corner of YouTube, you know what I mean? I think that'd be a really cool thing. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and dive into the first video, which is Dear God, the official. And I know that if there is an official lyric video, then there might be an acoustic version. But that just gives us the opportunity to do another reaction, doesn't it? Yes, it does. So we're going to check out the official video today. And maybe, if I can find an acoustic version of Dear God, then we can check that out in a later video. So once again, shout out to Lorraine Dennison and Kathleen Baggs. But let's get it cracking.
Hello. It's Ren. I don't really know how to start this letter. Oh, fuck it. Is this life really what it seems? Cause lately I've been in this place between awakened dreams. I know I only reach out to you when I'm feeling blue. I promise I'm not using you, I'm just confused. I've got some questions I would like some answers to. Like, is there meaning to this state of short existence? My existential thoughts show hope there are, cause I'm resistant to thinking that there won't be something better in the distance. And God, is there an afterlife where pain is non-existent? If you're up there, God, do you sit upon a throne? Or are you a humble soul wearing sandals and tattered clothes? Do you mingle with the people like an equal? Then on Sundays just kick back and chill and put your feet up. Did I really choose this life that I'm living now? Will my sins be forgiven if I speak them out? I won't lie to you, God, if there is a heaven, I really hope I get there, cause for real it sounds like heaven. Reading past the lines, I just let go. Searching for profits, my faith it is paper thin. So many questions in my mind, they replay like an echo. They never stop, my Messiah is porcelain. Dear God.
Yeah, so the first verse it definitely resonated with me because I know that Rand believes himself to be an agnostic believer. And I could say I have similar thoughts about religion in that regard. Like, I know just based off experiences I've had in my life and things that I've seen that there's something more than this. And I just don't know if I necessarily believe in any clinical doctrinated version of what is to believe is after this. But even if I look at it from a scientific standpoint, we are but matter and energy. our matter being the bodies that house, you know, our components that keep us functioning, and the energy being essentially the soul, because everybody has a unique energy signature, everybody has a unique soul. So we know just based off of science that energy can be created, but it never really dies. It just transfers, it just changes form. So with that being said, even if you look at it from a scientific standpoint, there is life after this cone of existence. So yeah, I definitely believe that there is something after this. I don't necessarily know. Like I said, like I do find myself asking questions like, you know, dear God, is if you do exist, is this because I've had, you know, some things happen to me in my life, and I'm just like, I don't feel like I did anything to deserve this, but maybe, like, people say, oh, it's just fate, and I'm like, it just goes back to that other song, like, if this is fate writing this shit for me, then fuck you, you know what I'm saying? Because it was just sometimes it was really, really unfair, and I couldn't for the life of me think of anything I had done to deserve that. But yeah, definitely have found myself at different times questioning the existence of, you know, the other, or the the all powerful, if you will, because, like, you know, when bad things happen, that's if something is all powerful, you're going to question why would you not stop this, and then people's main response is because they gave us free will. But then it just goes back to that argument, well, do we have free will, or is everything we have, is everything we do and preordained, pre-written, destined, if you will? So it's just sort of a cyclical argument, but at the same time, it is something that does make you think and bring into perspective, like, how you feel about life, mortality, and what belief system whatever belief system you subscribe to. It definitely speaks to that. So shout out to Ren for making a dope song that has a really good vibe, but also is talking about something really poignant. We'll go back a little bit more because I was talking for a long time.
Searching for profits, my faith it is paper thin. So many questions in my mind, they replay like an echo. They never stop, my messiah is porcelain. Dear God, why do people kill each other in your name? Is it really what you want, or have we lost our way? Cause it seems like religion can cause division, or people living in prisons of moral values they're given. What is right and what is wrong? Am I a sinner if I don't comply with everything that Moses said, or is that dumb? And why do people disguise hatred in your name? Homophobia, a history of violent wars and causing pain. High priests in the tower stacking riches, women burnt at the stakes called witches.
Damn.
In the name of God, Allah, Zeus, Jesus, people claiming lives justified by your allegiance. I think it's more complex than good versus evil. I think that there's both darkness and light inside people. Through different eyes, a man called a terrorist could be a freedom fighter if he's fighting for the side you're with.
That's true. Everything got two stories, everything got two sides. You know what I'm saying? A hero in one country's eyes is a terrorist, and in another country's eyes it's not just one-sided. It's not just what Americans see, the traditional, like, Middle Eastern person with the bulletproof vest on and stuff. Like, no, in other countries, they know what Navy SEALs look like when they're not in uniform and stuff like that, and they know that they know the people that are attacking them, and they consider them to be, the insurgents, or the you know what I mean. So it's very much a perceptive thing, and perception is in the eye of the beholder. So terrorist in one person's eyes could be a freedom fighter in another person's eyes, and you got to understand, even Americans were considered terrorists at one point when we were colonists, because we rebelled against the governing nation that was colonizing the Americas. So yeah, even that in itself was an act of rebellion. So it's important to remember the context of history and the things that form us as not just people but as society. It's definitely important to hold on to those things and remember them, so that we don't so that we're less likely to repeat the mistakes of the past. Obviously, you know, things can happen, but the more you know, the less likely it is. Sorry, my headband's giving me a fucking weird time today. I don't know what the hell's going on. But no, yeah, I just, like I said, I be trying to make the video transformative. We almost to the end, but yeah, it's definitely more complex than just good versus evil. It's not that black or white, and as you get older, you learn that. You know what I mean? It's way more to it, because what we call the terrorists is in their eyes just a man fighting for his people. So it's really tough to cause when it's good versus evil, it's a crusade. When it's people versus people, then it's just adversarialism. And so I think that's why the war machine tends to paint the opposition as, oh, they're evil, they're doing this, they're doing that, because then it allows the military to perform their actions without having to deal with the complexities of, oh, this is another person who's just trying to do what they feel like is right for their, you know what I mean? Like, it's sort of that thing. That being said, sorry about the rant. Oh my goodness, I was talking for a long time.
Complex and good versus evil. I think that there's both darkness and light inside people. Through different eyes, a man called a terrorist could be a freedom fighter if he's fighting for the side you're with. Reading past the lines, I just let go. Searching for profits, my faith it is paper thin. So many questions in my mind, they replay like an echo. They never stop, my messiah is porcelain. So is it ignorant to claim that we know what you want? And if I fast for the Sabbath, is that what you want? Or is tradition just superstition, religion, a human vision just crafted out of people's ambition? Listen, I knew a girl that lost a baby before it was born. What's the purpose of that, God? What is it for? Why did my best friends die before I hit 25? Is it because there's something better in the afterlife? God, I've been feeling suicidal lately. Mental health is worsening, it feels like it might break me. If you're watching, you know that I've been strong. But God, how much longer do I have to hold on? Please just give me some solace, so that I know you've got my back. Please just give me some relief. God, is that too much to ask?
That was powerful. Extremely powerful. Did Truth or Dare already come out? Let me see. That was extremely powerful. Oh no, it premieres in 39 hours. Okay. I was like, I could have sworn I had notifications on for that. What the fuck, dude? Let me out of here. But yeah, my thoughts on the song. Thank you, Lorraine and Kathleen, for recommending the song to me. It was a very poignant message, and it also gave me a little bit of validation, because I saw a video produced by Ren called "The Story of Eden," and I wanted to check it out on stream, but I was like, I don't know. The guys might not like, me making a reaction video about, something as sensitive as Ren talking about religion. But, listening to this song, that kind of assuages that fear, because it seems like you guys are really passionate about, Ren's perspective on this. So maybe I'll give that a go in a future video. He's basically telling a story in the video, from what I understand. So it's not really necessarily a song, but it does. It's very much a Ren production, like that I do know. So if you'd like for me to cover The Story of Eden by Ren, let me know down in the comments, and let me know what you thought of Dear God. Shout out to Kathleen Baggs and Lorraine Dennison for recommending this. This was a really deep song, and it really had me thinking about, some really complex issues that maybe I wasn't able to eloquate as properly as I wanted to, but I hope I got my point across as you know, as well as I possibly could. But it was a dope song. Thank you guys for recommending it, and hopefully you guys will recommend some more so we can, you know, vibe out to you guys' favorite tracks. But for now, we're gonna move on to our second recommendation of the night, which is Halftime, Nas Retake. Hold on. I almost just fucked up. There we go. Boom. Got that. Alright. Halftime, Nas Retake. Let's get it.
Let loose in the booth and I came to introduce them. High proof juice like a flaming sambuca. Half-time, 3-point hoop, hallelujah. Abuse oblongata and I severed the medulla. Cause rap without brand is like a skull without a brain, dude. Or like a fig on it with no one to complain to. Hockey without ice or China without rice. The Bible without Christ. Vindaloo with no spice. Playing snakes and ladders with no dice. Day without night, like Mike without an earlobe bite. I keep it tight. Left, right, fake, dodge and evade an uppercut. Fuck 'em up in many various ways. The fariest gaze, moving through precarious days. When we're moving through the rubble, trouble there in my veins. Librarian brain, pull up a barbarian slang. Performing like I'm global warming, music making it rain.
I think Ren has a really good rhyme scheme on these boom bap beats. Like whenever he does, I'm assuming this is like a beat that Nas used. I'm not familiar with the song, but I'm assuming the song is called Halftime. But no, it's definitely, like the way he flows on these types of beats, it shows his comfort level with this sort of rapper style. I really like the flow he's got going. Talk about precarious things and barbarian brain, and yeah, he's just really going through it. Like it's hard for me to comment on everything because every line is another bar. It's a continuation of the previous bar. So it's really hard for me to break it down, but we're gonna do our best.
Cause rap without brand is like a skull without a brain, dude. Or like a fig on it with no one to complain to. Hockey without ice or China without rice. The Bible without Christ. Vindaloo with no spice. Playing snakes and ladders with no dice. Day without night, like Mike without an earlobe bite. I keep it tight. Left, right, fake, dodge and evade an uppercut. Fuck 'em up in many various ways. The fariest gaze, moving through precarious days. When we're moving through the rubble, trouble there in my veins. Librarian brain, pull up a barbarian slang. Performing like I'm global warming, music making it rain. I'm pimping my pain, prostitute of all that's insane. Put my problems on the paper and the sales will rain. The sales will rise. Pyro with the patch on his eye. Get you hooked up on the music, say like I. It's like rats to the music when I'm feeding them pie. That's pirates, can't relax on the waviest guy. Like yo, rats bring the bubonic flow, move the tectonic place when I step to the show. So cold, I know a couple people don't fuck with it, they can just suck on it, zip it then go. Thanks bro, eeny meeny miny mo. I'm shining like a diamond though, when pressure makes a rhyming diamond. This was by design, you know, when isotope a proton and a new.
I told y'all that before. I said pressure makes two things. It makes dust and it makes diamonds. And he said himself, the pressure made a diamond, bro. I told y'all, man. I be knowing what I'm talking about.
Can't relax on the waviest guy. Like yo, rats bring the bubonic flow, move the tectonic place when I step to the show. So cold, I know a couple people don't fuck with it, they can just suck on it, zip it then go. Thanks bro, eeny meeny miny mo. I'm shining like a diamond though, when pressure makes a rhyming diamond. This was by design, you know, when isotope a proton and a neutron in the nuclei and splits an atom in the fraction A reaction. Supersize me and I supersize my order. Fries on the side, I'm a big whopping author. Big Mac, rest in peace, big, rest in peace, Mac, rest in peace, Pac, rest in peace, Pete, rest in peace, rap. We lose all the grace like that, so put respect up on their names while they still intact. That's why I rap up on this beat that was deep for Nas. I might never reach the level, I'll salute with bars. I'm coming and bringing the DP, I'm in here singing the bee's knees. What a ridiculous MC, sounds so ridiculous.
That was a dope ass shout out, especially naming all the, you know, the artists that we lost over the years, you know. Some of them might not be familiar names to the younger generation, but I recognized all of them, so we're going to listen to that one more time.
Supersize me and I supersize my order. Fries on the side, I'm a big whopping author. Big Mac, rest in peace, big, rest in peace, Mac, rest in peace, Pac, rest in peace, Pete, rest in peace, rap. We lose all the grace like that, so put respect up on their names while they still intact. That's why I rap up on this beat that was deep for Nas. I might never reach the level, I'll salute with bars. I'm coming and bringing the DP, I'm in here singing the bee's knees. What a ridiculous MC. Sounds so ridiculous repeat. When I ain't spitting it properly, back in biology, no one can follow me. What an anomaly. Thick shit and quick wit makes girls wet and dick stiff. I'm so tongue in cheek with my tongue in your cheek. I never sleep, cause death is the cousin of sleep. I never rest, cause sleep is the cousin of death. So save your breath. Stop the tape, press pause and eject.
Hey, that's true, man. People say that shit all the time. 1999, I remember, or 1990s. Definitely remember that one. That was a good video. It's in the earlier part of my reaction, so the production isn't as good as some of these later ones. But still, it's worth a look if you just want to go look at something. Definitely reacted to it. I think I did it in the track with in a doubleheader with Dominoes. So it should be in the Ravens Renthology reactions playlist. But yeah, man, Ren showed off his flow definitely in two very vastly different ways. One getting real deep and theological on the first song, Dear God, and then on the second one, it was just I'm praising at the altar of rap. He was definitely laying down bars and just showing true respect and love, saluting all the icons of rap that came before him, especially like tilting a nod to Nas, because he used the same track for him and you could tell that it meant a lot to him, and then naming off all the great MCs that we lost along the way. Definitely, just a dope ass track, man. Like I said, he really seems to shine on these boom bap beats. So if you got any more Ren rapping on boom bap beats titles that you haven't seen on Ren's Renthology reactions in my playlist, definitely let me know about it so we can react to them on the channel. Also, I know Santan Dave is dropping a new album soon, so expect to see a couple more reactions from him on the channel. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I'm bringing Hey Nothing back. I don't know if how the videos is gonna do, but they got a couple of songs that I really want to react to. So I feel like the only people I could react to it with is you guys, because I trust you guys' opinions so very much, and I appreciate the support greatly. No matter who you are, no matter where you from, if ain't nobody told you today, I fuck with you, man, for real, for real. I fuck with every single one of y'all. Y'all's the dopest community I've ever had, and I've had like a couple, but nothing that compares to this. But yeah, big shouts out to you guys. Like I said, let me know if you got any more recommendations for me down in the comments. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and say, if you made it this far in the video, go ahead and like that bitch, and then maybe even subscribe, because then you'll know the next time I drop another video on Ren or the Big Push or the Skinner Brothers or Hey Nothing or Hobo Johnson or Rainbow Kitty Surprise or Barry Hendricks. Man, we getting deep. JID, we getting deep into the catalog at this point. At this point, we just appreciate good music right here. So if you got any recommendations, definitely leave them down in the comment. But for now, I want to wish all you guys a safe, happy, healthy morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is when you're seeing this. And you already know. I'll catch you on the next one. Till then, stay safe, stay frosty. Catch y'all on the flip side. Actual out.